So I welcome all the toppers, achievers, and the faculties uh, to the session, to the live session of counseling and career guidance and guidance for what kind of institution we can go for. So at the very outset, let me congratulate all of you for a wonderful achievement from rank 1 to end of rank, whatever achievable, all has been achieved uh, by your tremendous effort and hard work. And I need to congratulate all the faculties who are behind this for the dedicated and sincere efforts that made a difference. So it's going to be an entire teamwork. I need to thank all of them for such a wonderful achievement has been made for this exam of NEET SS 2020 for an MCH, reproductive medicine and gynec-oncology. So let us open the session. The process of the session, let me explain. I could see Dr. Radha, Dr. Pavitra, and Dr. Sobarnika. I could see at the faculty. I mean, I don't know, sir, Dr. Pandian has come, Dr. and Dr. Monolisa, and all the faculties. So, and Dr. Teja, I mean, is a surgical oncologist, but he's going to be a part of, is one of the coordinators. He'll be part of giving us the data, what has happened last year and what are the seats available in which institute and what to take. So that will be done. So what we do is, before we could start, so I request once we go through the previous year, what are the institute taken for which all ranks, then what we could do is we could take up the questions from the chat from the doctors, and the faculties could answer those questions, and so that it will be for them to choose what they want. So can we get started? So once I start, I congratulate and I wish you a great success for the next phase of life and wonderful achievement. God bless all of you. Can I ask the faculties to come in and to wish the students, and then we start? Dr. Radha, Dr. Pavitra, Dr. Sobarnika. Yes. You need to unmute your audio. Your audio is not clear. You need to unmute your audio.
Unmuted. Is it clear now?
Yeah, fine.
Good evening, everyone. Vanakkam. This is Dr. Pavitra. I hope you remember. Congratulations, my hearty congratulations to all the toppers. We saw the rank list. We received the rank list. We are very happy about the results. Thank you very much. I pass over to the other faculty. Let them speak also. Thank you.
Dr. Sobarnika, Dr. Radha, madam. Can you come in?
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone. My pleasure seeing the rank list, and hearty congratulations for the achievement. All the best for your career. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Get started. Yeah, go to the screen. Let's get.
Hello, good evening everyone. This is regarding speed career guidance regarding gynec-oncology and reproductive medicine. So coming to the colleges taken by top rankers, actually the seats and colleges are very less to take up for DNB gynec-oncology. There are only 3 colleges and 3 institutes rather. Rajiv Gandhi Institute, Delhi, which ranks first. Tata Memorial, West Bengal is second, and Fortis, Gurgaon is third. These 3 institutes are the DNB are giving DNB gynec-oncology courses, and these 3 are chosen. In that, Rajiv Gandhi is first chosen by majority. And coming to MCH gynec-oncology, the first opted one was Tata Memorial Mumbai, followed by Kidwai Regional Cancer Center, BJ Medical College Ahmedabad, CMC Vellore, Acharya Harihar Regional Cancer Center Cuttack, St. John's Medical College Bangalore, Amrita Institute Kochi. And coming to reproductive medicine, these are 2 separate branches. So I request faculty to take them separate if they answer. And coming to reproductive, the colleges are very less: CMC Vellore, SRMC Chennai, and Government Medical College Tirunanthapuram. And 3 are equally potent for the candidate to select. in which CMC is little at a head. So I request the faculty to share their opinion regarding criteria to select the seat, first thing, and second thing, any difference between DNB course and MCH course in gynec oncology, second thing, and third thing, while opting for a college, apart from bond, what should they consider here? Thank you, sir. Can I have a word, sir?
Yeah,
So
please.
last year rank 2, rank 8, rank 12, rank 18, rank 23, rank 24, rank 33. So rank 33 ended with SRMC reproductive medicine. So that is little costlier seat. So rest of until 24th rank it is GMC Tirunanthapuram. So we can expect around 25. The seats, as madam told, they are around 7 only.
Now, can you come again with the same answer once again so that everybody can listen once again? Can you come up with the same once again? Can you repeat it?
Okay, rank 2, 8, 12, 18, 23, 24, 33 have taken the seats, sir. There are 7 seats. So the ranking system went up to 33. But the 33rd rank is SRMC Chennai, which is little costlier for the students to take. So, uska, I mean,
Do you know what is the cost approximately?
I don't
You
know,
have any
sir.
idea?
I don't know, sir. So there are mainly CMC 3 seats, sir. Government Medical College Tirunanthapuram 2 seats, SRMC 2 seats. Okay.
Okay. Now I welcome Dr. Monolisa. Kindly come in and you can address the students and wish the students.
Sir, I know the fees of the reproductive medicine seats last to
Can you
last
come
year.
in? Can you unmute your video? Can you unmute? Can you come in?
I have unmuted the video. I am actually in a car, so I'll not be visible. I have not started my video. I have unmuted myself.
Okay. Yeah. Come again. Yeah.
The fees last to last year for reproductive medicine was 60 lakhs for 3 years course, and last year I heard it was
60 or
75. 60, sir, 60 for 3 years.
60 for 3 years. Okay.
Yes, and then last year it was 75 lakh for 3 years. So that's quite expensive. So if somebody is willing to take that seat, they should be attending if they have a under 100 rank, because we never know who is ready to take that seat because it's quite expensive. So I would say that there's no harm in attending the counseling if you are ready to take that seat for 75 lakh, because I did FNB. The seat was nominal, the price was nominal, 50,000 only.
Okay.
So that's the question.
Okay. I mean, any other question from the students?
And the FNB seats will be open through the FNB exam, which I think is on 11th October, where the fees is not much. It's like regular government fees.
Okay.
And I would like to congratulate all the students. They were, as madam said, they were very sincere, hardworking, and they were ready to learn. And it was nice teaching them. It was a very nice experience. So congratulations to all of you.
Yeah. And it's really great that you did the entire general OB and specialty topics, and you have been with them with the WhatsApp group. I could see the WhatsApp group is so engaging. Every minute there is a post on that.
There's a post on every time.
I could see that. I was there, part of the group as well.
Yes,
it's really amazing. I have not seen a group, such an active group anywhere.
Okay. Yes, the students were very active.
Very, very active.
Yes.
And the next Dr. Upsana is there, and she's asking a question. My rank is 7. It is unwise to opt for a DNB SS. Can anyone answer this to her?
How many total seats are there in oncology?
Just now, Dr. Teja repeated. He said totally 7 seats are there. Am I right, Doctor?
7 DNB, sir, and 13 gynec oncology.
Can you share the slides once again? Can you share the slides, the list of colleges once again?
Okay.
For the benefit of all of them who joined late. Just run through this once again so that we can again start the discussion fresh. And there is a question. Does DNB has a bond? Dr. Monolisa, Dr. Pavitra, Saubarnika. Can you answer this question?
I think it depends on the institution that they are taking up, sir. We are not sure about the details of which institution
Okay.
has a bond. And which
Can you be little louder? Can you be little louder?
Yes, sir. We are not. I think it depends on the institution. I don't think all institutions have a bond.
Okay.
Not sure about which institution has a bond and not. As you said, if we can note this down, we can get back to them after.
So Tata has 1 year bond, sir. Kidwai has 1 year bond, and RCC has 2 years bond. CMC 1 year. Amrita no bond, sir. That is the one, and rest of all of them have a bond.
Can you repeat, doctor, once again? Can you repeat it once again?
All the institutes shown for MCH have a bond, sir, and except
How many
Amrita, 1 year. Tata has 1 year, Kidwai has 1 year, RCC 2 years, I think. Ahmedabad has 1 year, CMC has 1 year. So except Amrita Institute, which doesn't have a bond, rest of all have a bond. And as far I know, I think so, DNB courses doesn't have a bond, as far as I know.
What about
Sir?
GMC?
Which one, sir?
There was a question in the chat box. GMC has a bond.
Which GMC, sir? I mean, which area?
Which GMC? Be very specific in the chat box. Which GMC?
Trivandrum, sir. MCH.
In every college has. Kerala has a bond of 2 years.
Kerala has a bond of 2 years. Okay. Go ahead.
There is a question regarding DNB and MCH. Which one to take? Which is wise to take? So, for oncology and reproductive medicine.
Which one to take? I mean, can you give some enlightenment? What is the advantage of taking an MCH? What is the advantage of taking a DNP? And what are the disadvantages of both? I mean, can we have a opinion on this from the faculties to the students?
MCH is considered a better degree for other branches, better than DNB. Students have been opting for MCH more than DNB, but the bond is a major drawback in MCH. So you'll have to decide. DNB is also quite equivalent in government hospitals, but then it becomes a decision whether you want to do a bond or not. Because the pay for the next 4 years is going to be low, and maybe
Yes.
lower than what you're already earning, most of you. So that thought you'll have to give whether you want to dedicate 4 years with low pay. And but MCH, of course, it's the last degree. It's the highest degree. All the friends of mine who've done MCH are quite well placed now.
Okay. If not for the bond, you say MCH is better than DNB. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Even the
Now,
hands-on is better in MCH in all the colleges.
Come again? Can you come again on this?
The hands-on, the surgical exposure is much better.
And there is a question from Dr. Neha. Why is MCH better, ma'am? What are the points and differences that we should stress on while choosing? Is the question.
That's what I said. Your exposure to surgery, hands-on. If I could get the list again of the DNB institutes and the MCH institutes.
I will. Yeah, that's yeah. You can see that.
Yeah, Tata Memorial Center is a quite busy center. You have BJ Medical College, which is also quite busy. The South centers, I'm not very aware. So you get a lot of work in those centers. That's what I'm saying. And from the people who had been preparing for MCH, they always wanted to do MCH, and if they didn't get MCH, they would opt for DNB.
Okay.
Even my husband who was preparing, he was preparing for MCH, and when I said you want to do DNB, he was saying no, it's not my current priority.
Yeah, exactly. See, both MCH and DNB as such in the training and practice does not have a major difference, but it's oneself that I want to be an MCH, post MCH. If you want that tag, that means I think you should go for it. you should not feel bad that after that I have not done it. In case you're very particular on this from your mind, then probably you need to choose MCH. Or else you feel that it's a training and that I want to practice and do that. Degree doesn't matter to me. Is that what I want to practice in super specialty? Then I think it doesn't make a difference for any specialty, not only for reproductive medicine or gynecology, but any super specialty. This is the same. And because most of the MCH are placed in government medical colleges, as the faculties could say that the hands-on will be much better because of the cases and the exposure will be much better than DNB, because in most of the DNBs have more private setups. What could be there will be more conservative. The consultant will try to see that the safe exit and of the patient, of the responsibility of the consultant. Probably there are institutions could be more hands-on. There could be little conservative on my opinion. So that could be the major difference between an MCH and DNB. I mean, anybody wants to add on to that, we can go ahead.
Hello, there is a question. Ma'am, is MCH reproductive medicine better than FNB?
Yes, MCH reproductive medicine, you have 3 years and the fees is exorbitant. And I think there's a bond also after MCH reproductive medicine. Plus those centers are not very busy centers. And plus you don't need 4 years to learn reproductive medicine. 2 years FNB is quite sufficient, and FNB was there for the last 20 years. I think for 20 years FNB has been conducting this reproductive medicine course. So till now it was reproductive medicine super specialty only through FNB. It was in 2018, the end of 2018, when they started MCH and all those other hospitals through NEET. Otherwise it was CMC Vellore which offered MCH through its own exam. So most of the practitioners that I know of have done FNB and are practicing quite well. The problem with MCH is that's what 4 years and the exorbitant fees.
Can I add on, ma'am, little? Hello?
Yes, definitely. Yes, please.
Those who got the rank, they can take the seat. It is like 3 years you work as a postgraduate, then in the final year you will be considered as assistant professor and you will be paid a decent salary. So it's okay, madam, according to her, she is pointing to say that both MCH and FNB are equal while practice is concerned. If you are so willing to take and you got a good rank, CMC is a good college, Government Medical College Tirur is also a good college.
Yes, these are very good institutes. CMC is quite famous. The kind of teaching there is exceptional. My senior, Dr. Shweta in Delhi, she did, I think, 18 years back. She was the first batch. So it's not 20, it's definitely 18 years.
Okay.
So
I'm
that
not
time
aware
she
of
not
EFNB.
that degree, but it had started long back.
Because there were very few
there is
institutes
one more
in the
question.
country.
There is one more question here.
Yes, there's
Last
a question.
year FNB what?
Yes. There
Can
is
you
this
read the question and answer, please?
2018 FNB was through a separate FNB exam. Then 2019 it was through one exam was for NEET and was for MCH and FNB both. And then in 2020 they've again separated the exams. So there is a difference. All 3 years the pattern was completely different.
Okay. You can keep typing in the chat box. That will help us to read the questions and give you the answers.
Yes, next year also it should be like this, like it was this year.
See, I will also come in and tell you one thing. See, in case you have aspired for an MCH program, there is a reason why you have written this exam. And the first preference, I will tell you, irrespective of the bond, in case you get a seat in merit and without payment, and irrespective of bond, and in case it's your field and specialty you are going to be in. The bond is for 1 year or 2 years, at the maximum 3 years. I think you complete the bond and complete your program and come out as an MCH with full-fledged training. That will be my advice to all of you. And that's how it is. It's also good, and because in high volume center, and definitely it will give you a lot of exposure so that you have a degree what you aspired for, and also and after that you have enough of training after that. and that should be the first preference. In case it's not happening, then you can choose a DNB seat and to complete the super specialty program in case you're willing for it. In case you're not willing for it, sit one more year and study and get what you want. That's very important. You need to see whether I'm going to take 1 year to save 1 year to waste 30, 40 years what I aspired for, or is it for 1 more year or 6 months more and do what I wanted. That should be the criteria that you need to kind of look in. And there's one more question. And what you want, you have to do. That's very, very important. There should not be any compromise on that. At any point of time and any point of life, there should not be any regret when we go along for a long-term kind of practice in the specialty. That's what is my opinion. I could also read the next question. The next question is, how many FNB seats for reproductive medicine? Can you give an idea on this?
Around 20 seats are there.
Is there
20 seats are there, around 20 in reproductive medicine. And last year till 30 ranked got colleges, centers.
Okay. Okay. So is there a Christian quota for CMC Vellore? Is the next question.
Is there a Christian quota? No.
There is no concrete answer. Probably, we'll find an answer and get back to you on this. 1 lakh per year in government colleges, Trivandrum. What is it, RR?
RR.
Can you explain?
The person who asked the question. The person who asked the question, sir. RR.
Okay. You answered something there. Less than 1 year per year for government. Can you expand on this?
Sir, he asked me Government Medical College, Tirunanthapuram, reproductive medicine, how much it is costing fee per year. So I told it will be less than 1 lakh since it is a government college. They have 1 lakh, less than 1 lakh, yearly 1 lakh.
Is the cost of MCS reproductive medicine in government colleges are very high? Is also very high. Why is it so?
In Tata, they take.
Is there any difference between an MCS?
And they give stipend, na? So they will deduct automatically from the stipend.
Okay.
And in SRMC, it is like we have to pay more, rather they giving. So.
Okay. What about fee for gynec oncology colleges?
Amrita, it is around 16 lakhs.
Is there an MCS?
No.
Amrita 16 or 60 or 60?
16 lakhs, sir. 16.
16 or 60?
16, sir. 16.
16.
16 threes are
Okay.
48. This year, I don't know, sir. Last year, it was 16 threes, 48 lakhs. Total course.
Okay.
And rest of all are below 1 lakh, sir. And Tata, you will get stipend around 80,000 per month. And Kidwai, you will get 50,000. RCC, you will get around 60,000. And rest are like that only. CMC is also like 1.2 lakh or something. So Amrita, someone wrote like this year it is 25 lakhs. St. John's 10 lakhs per year. So I am not aware, sir. Amrita, it is 25 lakhs per year.
Okay.
75.
Is there an MCS reproductive medicine course in Amrita and Manipal? Can you answer this question? Faculties?
No, sir. Only those 3 centers which we have mentioned: Christian Medical College, Government.
Audio is not clear. Can you come up with the audio?
Sir, only 3 colleges that we have mentioned, sir. MCH reproductive medicine is only with Trivandrum Medical College, CMC Vellore, and Sri Ramachandra Medical College.
Okay.
Amrita and Manipal does not have MCH reproductive.
So Amrita and Manipal does not have MCH reproductive medicine. Am I right?
Yes, sir. No MCH reproductive medicine in these 2 institutions.
So the next question is gynec oncology in FNB.
No. Somebody asked, is there a gynae oncology in FNB? I was writing no gynae oncology in FNB. FNB is only reproductive medicine and high risk pregnancy. No oncology.
Okay. So now gynec oncology in FNB. I think you can start typing the questions. What are the type of questions that you have?
Regarding MCH in Amrita, someone asked what is the scope and how is the cutting and everything. MCH in Amrita.
Anyone?
Megha is asking, should she? Yes, if you get the seat, please opt for it. MCH degree is in the coming years, maybe a MCH will be more, it'll be a better degree than FNB. So if you're getting a seat at 18 rank, which is quite likely, so don't leave the seat if you get it. If you may, it's worth it. Yeah, the 2 years bond, that becomes your personal decision whether you want to give 5 years to that or not.
Best college for FNB for
FNB, there are many colleges, but the exam is not yet over. You have Milan centers in Bangalore, and you have Gangaram and Maulana Azad in Delhi. All centers are almost, there's not much difference in most of the centers. People opt for centers whichever is close to their where they stay.
How is IRM Kolkata for FNB? Next question.
It's a good center. But if you're getting MCH through, if you're getting an MCH seat, do give it a thought before you wait for the FNB exam and then you wait for the result and then decide on taking in Kolkata.
Please throw some light to Lakeshore Hospital, Kochi, Sri Shankara Cancer Hospital, Fortis Gurgaon for DNB Surgical Oncology. They were added last year. Dr. Teja, can you add something onto this? Doctor, other faculties?
I may ask some people and then get back to you with this question.
Okay.
Some friends I may ask who are in Gynae Onco. So right now I don't have an answer for that.
Okay.
For FNB, the chances of seats increasing is unlikely. They have remained same for quite some time now. Most of them are private centers,
Okay.
so the seats don't increase that often.
Better seats between FNB seats in
Gangaram is a better center compared to Kolkata. A senior has done from Kolkata. She was saying that Gangaram is better. And LNJP, I think you're talking about Maulana Azad. Maulana Azad, it's only the only government center which is providing FNB, so you get a lot of hands-on there. But you don't have advanced techniques like pre-implantation genetic testing in that hospital. So that I think you should decide after the FNB exam is over, and then there's not much difference actually in FNB seats. You can opt for place where you stay, whichever is more comfortable to you. I have done from Gangaram. Gangaram is good. You get quite, the hands-on is all right, not much, but it is all right, and it is the same all over because all of them are private hospitals.
Will they keep a combined gynec oncology reproductive medicine club paper next year also?
Looks like they will. Because for the last 3 years, patterns have been changing. They can't change it yet for another year. So maybe this should remain fixed. Other exams, you have Indian Fertility Society exam is there, which offers 1 year course in infertility. And then there is ISAR, which offers 6 months course for reproductive medicine.
So any more questions? If there are not questions, then we can go to a discussion on general aspects of how to pursue a course in 3 years in reproductive medicine. What are the things we should look for in the first year, second year and third year? And then what are the things that you need to have in your mind in your training process? So those aspects can be discussed now if there are not questions in the chat box. I invite the floor to participate and the faculties to start discussing on those things and those lines. How we should start our learning process in all the 3 years during the training process. Before that, we have a question. Is a DNB in Rajiv Gandhi Center better than DNB in Tata Kolkata? So the answer has come yes. Teja said yes, it is better. Yes, now we can start the discussion how the training process we need to look for, how we need to prepare ourselves for this specialty. What are the prerequisites for the specialty? And you have been in the specialty for a long time and you like the specialty or be there as a faculty. Can you enlighten us on that? Yes, you can start the discussion on this. May I request the faculties to start on this? Dr. Radha, Pavitra, and Sobarnika, Dr. Mona Lisa.
I didn't understand. Yeah, I didn't understand what you're trying to ask, Dr. Vinayak, because how the training should be is how they face the thing, isn't it? It's starting with the patient, the couple, how you train yourself. I mean, it depends upon the institution and what they have policies, whether they have any sort of protocols to follow for the first year, second year. We wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how to guide, because if the person comes to us, we start straight away. We start to expose them straight away to the handover, ask them to be with us, to shadow us for some time, and then we start giving them hands-on. And I wouldn't know the protocols of every institute, so I don't know how to tell.
Any role of laparoscopy in reproductive medicine, how there will be hands-on? Can you elaborate, ma'am? So, laparoscopy in gynec oncology and reproductive medicine.
Reproductive medicine, the role is very limited, not as a diagnostic, as a therapeutic, encounter big cysts or any other additions or anything else. So the role is limited. To be honest, it's got a very limited role in reproductive medicine, because the least invasive is the best policy we have. That's what I said. It's all individualistic. This is.
And the question is very clear. What is your experience? I mean, what is that? They're coming into this field. I mean, what is that they will look at? What is the flavor and the fragrance? I mean, of this specialty. We need to talk about that.
Flavor the specialty itself is. I told you, it's a very fascinating field. You are creating a baby, so that itself is the whole field is people who are desperate. You see, you have to have a lot of empathy. And when you handle the couple, when you get to know the history in detail, to try to figure out what could be wrong in this couple and how to counsel them, how to go about, and what sort of a treatment would you see. It's all like tailoring to individual needs. So there is no, I wouldn't say there's a standard protocol and this is how you should do. This is how. It's all you learn on the field. You learn on the subject, and you learn with every couple. It's different. So if you're aiming only for surgery oriented practice, I don't know about this, the MCH in other centers and all that. It's a limited role. It's very limited role for male and female. So it's mostly depending upon what sort of a thing you are going to learn. Mostly it is listening to the couple and then each of them going along the flow. So what sort of a problem each one has got, and so that's why I said if they've got 3 years program, the 3 years program, what sort of a program we have only 1 year of fellowship. So my experience is limited. That's why I said I have not much of experience in telling you about. My training has been for the fellow to be competent. At the end of 1 year when they leave us, they're all specialists. They all have their.
Thank you,
so
madam.
Others only should talk.
I mean, I request Dr. Mona Lisa to enlighten on this. What is your experience on this?
Yes, as Madam rightly said, you need a lot of empathy, and it's a fascinating branch, definitely. Surgery, again, it's not a majorly surgical branch, it's a majorly medicine branch. It is more of medicine, and then for some cases you need surgery in both males and females. And don't expect too much to, start learning from day one. Of course, you will have to shadow, like ma'am said, you will have to shadow your seniors because it's a completely new branch. If you see gynae oncology, it is practiced in most of your PG centers. A little bit of oncology is there, but infertility is not there in all hospitals. So it takes time to learn. you have to be very patient. You have to listen to your consultants, your teachers, and with time, take it as it comes, and you learn in 2 years or 3 years or even 1 year. You can learn if you're smart enough, if you're hardworking enough. So it's definitely a fascinating branch and very interesting, and gives you pleasure when you are successful in treating your patients.
Can I just say a few words, sir? So can I
Dr.
just?
Pavitra, can you be a little audible?
Yeah, yes, sir. So am I?
Please come in.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I agree with what Dr. Monalisa said and Dr. Radha said. So basically, initially, the first few months, you will be concentrating on the evaluation of the couple. So how to evaluate the couple, find out what is the cause, and like to plan a treatment for the couple. So the counseling and planning the treatment would be the first few months, and then probably they would train you on. Again, as we said, it depends on the center. So in MCH reproductive medicine and surgery, I think they will have laparoscopy also as a part of it. Laparoscopy training related to the reproductive surgery, probably they will teach you. So the next, and after this, the next step is the stimulation protocols and for the assisted reproduction and do site retrieval and embryo transfer hands-on. So these will be the next thing which they will actually be going through. And MCH reproductive medicine surgery also has thesis. So within the first few months, I think you're having to submit a thesis proposal, decide on what topic you're going to choose for your thesis, what kind of study you're going to do, and submit the thesis proposal also. So these are things which I wanted to add on to what Dr. Monalisa said.
Please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Sir, there is a question. How is the faculty in CMC Vellore, especially for North Indian students? How much is the language problem we can expect? By Dr. Megha. Can someone enlighten Tamil Nadu?
CMC Vellore, I think that is the best place if you are worried about language problem, because you will not have language problem at all. Especially we have in CMC Vellore, we have a lot of North Indian patients, and most of the faculty are trained to speak in Hindi. So I don't think you will have a problem with the language, especially when it comes to CMC Vellore.
See, one thing which I want to tell you is, there is absolutely, in today's setup, you don't have that issue at all, because both the faculties and both the patients are moving across, yes, and to the either pole of north to south and south to north. So it is now has become, one platform that you will be able to learn any aspect of your medicine in those lines. You don't look into that. It will not be a problem nowadays. Probably it might be previously, but not nowadays at all. And you will be very, very comfortable, and we make sure that that is not an issue for a criteria to decide on that.
I would like to add few points, sir.
Yes, please.
I'm
Please
Dr.
go ahead.
Saubarnika. I'm an embryologist. So people who are entering into the reproductive medicine on the embryology side, they just don't stop seeing the patients and collecting the oocytes and leaving it there. So they'll not be having hands-on on the embryology setups, but then they have to know what is happening inside the embryology lab, right from what are all the instruments that are being used, and from day one, how the embryo develops, and even in grading and choosing the quality of the embryos to transfer to the patient. So altogether, the clinician should play a major role in deciding the quality of the embryo, the number of the embryo, in hand with the embryologist to have a better outcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else? Any more questions? Do you have any more questions to be asked? See, one thing is for sure. After a hard work, a good result, good rank, and that we could get what we wanted in life, it is much, what to say, is a sweeter moment and the happiest moment. And this will be for another 2 to 3 days. Completely enjoy it. Don't do anything. So, and you can keep choosing and you just keep talking to people and to choose the best place. That's very, very important. But don't worry. This is very, very unique because this is what we're going to live with. So what we wanted, we need to definitely do. And once we do it, and it is something great. And I really congratulate as a part of a faculty team. And also, all the faculties over here are very, very happy to see all of you at this stage of life, to go to the next stage of life. And whatever we could little add on to your efforts to make your journey with a lot of comfort and support, whatever we can, we'll keep doing it until you settle in a comfortable position. Anything that you want to ask more and further, you can very well ask. We'll have extend the session for another 5 to 10 minutes. And if there are no questions, then probably we could conclude.
This is recorded, so you can have a view again. This in the app, Sentinel,
Yes.
sir.
Yes. This class is recorded and the sessions are recorded. And so that for the benefit of the students, this will be loaded in the app so that they can just go back to their questions, whatever they asked and what are the answers the faculties are given. Definitely they'll be able to not revise, listen to it again. So are we all done? So once again, thank you to all the faculties for the sincere and dedicated efforts being a part of the great team. And also I congratulate once again all the students who made it possible this year. And those who have not made it, don't worry, we are there with you. And you travel along with us for some more time and until you get a comfortable seat. Don't worry. We need to just go on with what we have to get and has to be for sure that is absolutely what you aspired for. That's very important. How much hands-on technique should we expect getting in Tata Medical Center, Kolkata? Is the question. How much of hands-on technique should we expect to get in Tata Medical Center, Kolkata? Any idea on this?
None of us are from any onco centers, so.
So that question will be answered and I will put it across and see to that the answer reaches you in your group. Okay? So I thank all of you and thank you once again for participating here and being part of this team. And we wish to see all the faculties again in the classes up running. And the schedule will be on for the next course and I will intimate and correspond to all of you. Until then, big thanks to all of you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anand.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck. All the best.